welcome back to Don's Little Hobbies, and in today's video, we are going to be doing another X-Wing Miniatures How to Fly. In this series, I choose a ship, and I basically teach you guys how to fly that ship. Sort of. I really just teach you guys how I choose to fly these ships, my strategies, the way I look at them. Nothing in this video is set in stone. Nothing in this video is it has to be done this way. Everyone has their own strategies to play X-Wing miniatures. However, I hope that sharing my strategies and my views on certain ships, it might help you fly these ships in X-Wing miniatures and play the game a little bit easier. With that said, let's go ahead and pick the ship for today's video. Alright, and in today's video we are actually going to be doing the Rogue One special. You know what? I absolutely love Rogue One. Rogue One, such an awesome film. I truly do like it. And along with Rogue One, we had a couple of new ships for the Empire. New ships that were made for the X-Wing Miniatures game. In today's video, we will be talking about not just one, but all three of the Rogue One special ships that came out in Rogue One. Today, we will be talking about the TIE Striker, the TIE Reaper, and the VT-49 Decimator. You know what? I actually just really like these names. First off, the Striker. It's gonna strike you down. The Reaper. The Reaper is the mark of death, right? And you know what comes on the Reaper? You know what comes with the Reaper pack? The new Death Troopers that were, of course, introduced along with Star Wars Rogue One. That's actually pretty cool. And then, of course, we have the VT-49 Decimator. The Decimator. It's going to decimate you. I absolutely love the look of the Decimator. In fact, you know what? It's actually really interesting. They all kind of look exactly the same. Like all these ships, they might be different sizes. You got a small ship, medium ship, and the VT-49 Decimator is a large ship. They all kind of have this very similar, sleek, thin look to them, which is kind of interesting for the Rogue One story. You know, I get what they're going for. I understand why they went this way. It's because these ships are not for space travel. These ships are actually supposed to be used in atmosphere. Yes, they can go to space, but they're supposed to be in atmosphere ships. And I thought that was kind of interesting. You know what? I actually want to make an X-Wing Miniatures in atmosphere game and talk about certain ships that would be better for in atmosphere games when it comes to X-Wing Miniatures. I think that would be fun. And definitely all three of these ships are in that category because of they're specifically designed to be in atmosphere, and that's why they kind of have low, thin wings. Especially the TIE Striker. You know what the TIE Striker really is? It's just a bomber with wings. That's it. It's okay, but it's not my favorite. My favorite here is actually VT-49 Decimator. The Reaper. The Reaper just looks really cool with that red striking window, kind of reminding me of Star Wars. Star Wars Episode 7, 8, and 9, the sequel trilogy, with, of course, the First Order, all of their windows being red. It kind of reminds me of that, and it's really, really just interesting to see that. You know what, when it comes to the game, the VT-49 was supposed to be the answer for the Millennium Falcon. They're trying to keep the schematics, the levels of the games even, and truly, this ship has no match against the Falcon. It can with, help from the TIE Striker and the TIE Reaper, but head on versus battle between the VT-49 Decimare and the Millennium Falcon, it just has no chance in terms of gameplay. They tried to make this ship to make it even with the Falcon, and I just don't think it works. But boy, do I just love the look of this ship. It does look very Empire-like. With that said, here are the quick builds. I tend to use the quick builds, but modify them to my certain strategies for certain games. And here are the points costs. I don't know what to say about the points cost. I think the points costs are fair, except with the VT-49 Decimare. I honestly don't feel like it should be that many points. It does carry Grand Moff Tarkin, but other than that, I just don't think this ship is... I think the ship is too many points. It doesn't really hold the power that a Falcon has, for example, even though it's supposed to be the answer to the Falcon. With that said, now what complications does the Reaper have? Well, the thing is, it's a medium ship, so here is a little bit about medium ships I've done in other videos. Here's a clip for medium ships. Right, so let's go ahead and show you guys what I mean. The big problem with the medium ship, really one of its biggest weaknesses with all medium ships, is the fact that the base, if you look, these small ships are like 1 speed, the medium ships are 1.5 speed. This makes it very difficult to fly these ships in certain formation. In fact, I have found in my use of this ship, my use in all medium ships, is to fly them at least 1 speed behind your lead ships, or if you're in front, fly them 1 speed above the lead ships. That way you don't end up crashing into your friendly ships. And this can be also a huge problem, because this of course means your enemy can of course use that to their advantage as well. But as long as you keep the friendly ships within range 3 of the medium base ship, you should be fine. And that's kind of the rule of thumb that I have found flying these medium ships. So, yeah, it could be a challenge flying a ship like that. Alright, and we are back. Now let's go over the pilots. Alright. Now that you guys have seen the pilots, I can tell you guys my favorite pilots. My favorite pilots for the TIE Reaper. Let's start out with this one first, because this is the first one I grabbed. I really like this guy. Major Vermil. His ability. While you perform an action, if the defender does not have any green tokens, you may change one of your focus blanks results to a hit result. So, if the defender does not have any green tokens, you may do that. So that's basically, if you're attacking and the enemy doesn't have a focus token and you don't either, and you got a focus result, then you can change it to a hit for fun. That's a pretty handy ability for such a cool ship. Now, it does have some special other rules that you have to follow. Before you reveal your dial, if you are not stressed, you must execute a white 1 bank maneuver, 1 forward, or 1 left bank maneuver. So, basically, if you are not stressed, you must boost. That's right, you must boost with the TIE Reaper. And you know why? Because it's a fast flyer ship. And I kind of like that ability. Now, if you're really close to the enemy, that could cause problems, mostly just because you're a medium ship anyway. But, I mean, as long as you keep a certain distance and you keep this rule in mind, you can actually use it to a great advantage against your opponent. Alright, let's go ahead and talk about its stats, shall we? First off, it has 3 attack dice, pretty good. 1 evade, it's a medium base ship, so that's understandable. Yeah, it's not a large ship, which would definitely call for a medium, a 1 evade, but you know, I can kind of understand it. It's a really fast flying ship, and it doesn't have really the time to swerve and evade, so I guess it's understandable. 6 hull, 2 shields, a focus token, evade token. It has a white jammer token, and of course a red coordinate action. Yes, those are its actions. And obviously, because it has a red coordinate, and of course it has a jam token, it obviously is a much better ship for support ships. Of course, that means with the red coordinate action, if you do that a lot, you won't be able to use the boost action that comes free that you must do with these ships. As long as you don't use it, as long as you don't have a stress token, you can use it. But that is a good way to, if you're too close to the enemy, get a stress token so you don't run into the enemy. With that said, like I said, it comes with Death Troopers. During the activation phase, enemy ships at range 0 to 1 cannot remove stress tokens. That is actually a really powerful card, and just another reason why this ship is better used as a support ship. And it also has Director Krennic. So, before placing force, assign the optic probe. Yeah, basically it's just a targeting computer. But it does have him. That's pretty darn cool. Alright, that is the TIE Reaper. Alright, and now let's do the TIE Striker. Countdown is my favorite pilot, mostly because of his name. Countdown on the TIE Striker. That's pretty interesting naming. While you defend after the neutralizing result step, if you are not stressed, you may suffer 1 damage and gain 1 stress token. If you do, cancel the dice results. So, if someone's attacking you and they got like a lot of hits on you, you can, for both a hit and a stress token, you gotta do both, but you can basically probably save this guy's butt with a couple of stress tokens. That is a pretty handy ability. It does have another rule that it has to follow. Let's read that. Before you reveal your dial, if you are not stressed, you must excavate a white maneuver. Basically, you again have to boost unless you're stressed, just like the TIE Reaper. Alright, with that said, it is a bomber, and I like using corner nets on the ship. I also like Trick Shot on this ship. That is a fun card, but you know, you can pretty much put Trick Shot on any ship and make it work. With that said, let's go over, of course, the VT-49 Decimator, shall we? So, You know what? I didn't go over the TIE Striker's stats. Let's do that real quick. So the TIE Striker has 3 attack dice, 2 evades, and 4 hull. So not the strongest ship of the game. Alright. And now we have Captain... I can't pronounce his name. There. It has 3 attack dice from, notice, not from an arc, but from a turret, a double turret. So you can attack in the front, attack in the back, move the turret, and attack from either of the sides. You can only attack once, but hey, that's a real handy ability. 0 evades. This is one of those other ships with 0 evades. It's a large ship. It makes sense. It's a slow ship. With that said, 12 hull and 14 shields, you're not going down very easily. Anyway, let's go over its actions. It has a focus token targeting computer, reinforced action, and of course a red coordinate action. Once again, this is a ship that would be better used as a support ship. Almost all ships with coordinate actions are basically support ships. And that are my thoughts on the TIE Reaper, TIE Striker, and the VT-49 Decimator. I just love those names. With that said, let me know about these ships in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching, and I am out. Bye.